Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
I never told you I loved you. I never told you I loved you, and I looked into your acid eyes, into your acid eyes. I never told you I loved you. I never told you I loved you, and I looked into your acid eyes. You did the damage when you walked in the room. You started whistling my favorite tune. You did the damage, it's done from the start. It's like you swallowed my heart. It's like you swallowed my heart. I never told you I love you. I never told you I loved you, and I looked into your acid eyes, into your acid eyes. I never told you I loved you. I never told you I loved you, and I looked into your acid eyes, into your acid eyes. And we were going up in outer space. My mind was on. I played guitar while you painted the romance. You moved so fast, we'd never last. And now you're gone away to Mexico. My mind is on. And she's in my car while you're asking her to dance. I should have asked, I never asked. So baby now, I never told you I loved you. I never told you I loved you, and I looked into your acid eyes, into your acid eyes. I never told you I loved you. I never told you I loved you, and I looked into your acid eyes.
Well. We are indeed back again, and hopefully we are live. And yeah, I guess a bit out of the blue, out of the ordinary, out of character. Well, not quite out of character, I guess, because we do from time to time a bit of a live update. So that's what we're doing right this second. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are in this absolutely insane world that we live in. Yikes. Where do you begin? At the start. Usually, that's a good place to begin, right? So, what's the update? Is the question. And the answer would be tonight, I am delighted to say that I will be speaking to Mark Windows from Windows on the World. Now, if you don't know of Mark, then you could be new to the whole reality of the world that we're in. I reckon anybody who would maybe be considered awakened pre-pandemic, you will indeed know who Mark Windows is. The work he has done is phenomenal. So it's a great guest to have on. I think Mark, in terms of Mark's work, I think Mark has been talking about the whole basically agenda since about 2005. So so you're talking many years of getting down and into the roots of the agenda before us. So I can't wait to talk to Mark to get into that and hear a bit about him, his life, where we are today, the whole Agenda 2030. He's done a lot of good work on smart cities. I mean, the amount of work he's done is quite big. So I can't see us being able to cover the whole lot, but we will get into it and we'll have a conversation, nothing too drastic. We'll cover some of the stuff that Mark's done recently. But like I said, I mean, he's been doing it since about 2005, if I remember correctly. I mean, which is, I laugh because in 2005, I was still at school. I think I'd maybe just left school. Clueless, absolutely clueless. You still are. Yeah, well, we'll leave that out for the time being, but I can remember when I think back to being about 16-year-old, man, I was so stupid, honestly. And yeah, you still are. We know. But thinking back, this is why I echoed I mean, if you were to, let's say, change anything in regards to the political voting system, you wouldn't let young people vote. It's a bad idea, right? But in Scotland, the SNP, the SNP seem to want 10-year-olds voting. That's their kind of audience, if you like. And I mean, I get really frustrated with the state that Scotland's in today in many ways. Many ways. And do you know this? Today I spoke to I don't think she is a nurse. She's not a nurse, but she works in the NHS. And I've got to watch what I'm saying as well here. But she works in the NHS, right? I believe she takes blood. I think she works with the blood taken, which is interesting. I've not asked her much about that, but I will. I kind of get the feeling they always take a lot more blood from people than they should. Everything is, oh, we need blood, oh, blood, oh, blood. So I kind of wonder, I kind of want to ask her about that. But do you know this? And it's terrible, really. Absolutely terrible. The stuff that she told me about the patients today in the NHS that she's seeing and coming across and hearing about, it is not good, man. It is not fucking good. These people are, I mean, it's hard to describe. Do you know what, right? She left a comment on a live stream and she mentioned how patients had been acting really weird. And I thought, that's caught my eye. And so I contacted her. I was actually already friends with her. But I contacted her and I said, oh, is there any chance that that you can expand a wee bit on patients being weird. Because, I mean, I get called weird. Shock horror. I mean, we probably all get labelled weird or whatever. But obviously I thought, well, it's got to be a bit more than that, right? And I mean, I've got to watch what I'm saying, but I think we'll be okay. She's talking a lot about the state of these people's minds and basically where it's at, and their delirious dementia, kind of through the roof. People falling over and then ending up with dementia. Just a small trip. And I mean, it's really interesting as well because the person in particular reckons that I've got to watch what I'm saying, man. It's bloody difficult. She reckons that the thing that we're not allowed to talk about is, yeah, it's dangerous and bad and all that, but also the whole the whole COVID situation is also something that is a worry, at least to her. And she puts that down to the delirium, rather than what, excuse me, rather than what I was thinking, that it was this super duper treatment. So ain't that interesting, right? I mean, I'm unsure what to make of it. I kind of want to ask if I can interview the person, but I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it on YouTube. There's no way. It would be on I would have to put it on the website because we would be getting right down to it and discussing all the stuff they don't want you talking about. Unless the WHO agree with it, unless they tick it off as, yep, acceptable. They have to run it all through Bill Gates, right? The supercomputer. They have to run it through that. So, I mean, we know the game that we're in. We know the war that we're in. Every day, a battle when it comes to censorship. That's the world we're in now. No two ways about it. And it only gets worse by the minute. By the minute. I noticed the other day when I was looking across YouTube and Google for Bill Cooper information, I do it from time to time out of interest. There's less now than there ever was before. They're making it harder. They're making it harder for people to access certain information. And Bill Cooper is certainly one in particular. So people, I guess, make of that what they will. But it says one thing to me. Many people, including Bill, predicted the world that we're in today. Many people. Some people listened back then, but not enough listened. Most people mocked it, the same as we, similar. I mean, speaking for myself, but the same as we get mocked today. Oh, get your tinfoil hat on, right? Oh, they wouldn't do that. How could all them people lie? That's the one I like the most. Oh, how could all them people lie? I mean, how can these people not comprehend compartmentalization? You know, on a need to know basis. Otherwise, you don't know. You do your job and that's it. You don't do everyone else's fucking job. Although sometimes it might feel like that, right? But they're great at breaking it up and breaking it down and preventing anyone else from finding out exactly what's going on. And they always have a cover. Every time there's a cover story, every time. And it is a bit of an update today. But I might show you. There's an article that I just seen and it caught my eye. So I might show you that, but also today I've noticed well, mainly it was because of yesterday. I was out in the garden. Are we okay? We appear to be going. I can see comments coming in. I think we're okay with the audio. I should go on to them actually and see. Oh, Simon's in the hood. Good to see Simon back again. Hopefully I'll catch you tonight. If we might do a Q&A. So if people have got questions, we might do that once I've spoke to Mark. But again, I can't multitask. So who knows, right? Yep. Of course, Frank knows the score. Frank, the information tank. Where would we be without him? And thank you very much for the emails as well. I did get back to you the other day. I'm not sure if you seen it. But check it out, right? I can't. You know this? I can't even remember what I said. Ah, man, typical, right? I was that busy at the time, but I did reply. I feel like it was quite important, but my mind's gone. Of course, I'm looking forward to talking to Mark tonight. Like I said, I've followed Mark since about 2015. So I know him a bit, not personally, but I know of his work. So it'll be great to get him on. A bit of a coup, in my view, to get him on. So people will be saying, how much did you have to pay the guy? Why is he talking to you, right? Of course, some people are a wee bit like myself. I would talk to anybody. Honest to God, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter who they were. Well, to an extent, like. You've got to draw the line, right? But it wouldn't matter who or what or how many subscribers or how many views. If they wanted to talk to me out of interest and curiosity about the stuff the content that we've created, then I'm certainly all for it. And I don't get many people approaching me, and I'm not expecting to be honest. I'm deemed by YouTube to be harmful. Ah, man. You can hardly say it without laughing. Yeah, he's harmful, him. All that harmful content. I mean, the brass neck of it. Google, honest to God, calling me harmful, right? Of course it's harmful to the agenda. So I guess, again, the truth in plain sight. Harmful to the agenda. Do not watch, right? Yeah, so we're all good for the audio. Cheers, Frank. Good man. Hopefully you'll be about later on. And Zoo Scott. I think Frank follows Mark, and I would imagine Zoo Scott does. I'm sure Simon knows of Mark as well. Did I miss anybody else? I think I did. Oh, Rob's in the hood. Good to see Robert. Oh, Toffee as well. Our English brother back again. Fantastic. Yeah, you might. Some people have not. I mean, again, when it comes to the kind of content created by Mark, the work that he does, it gets hidden. So it can be hard to find. It's like a diamond in the dirt. But yeah, that'll be great. I'll look out for you tonight, Toffee. Fantastic. Pedro as well. Fantastic to see you. Hello from Gulag, Toronto grad. Toronto Stan. Is that where you are? Can't nada. Can't nada. Can't do nothing, right? The Gulag. Funny you should say that. I'm sure I heard an interview Mark done, and he talked about a smart Gulag. That's where we're heading, right? I'm not wanting to give away too much, obviously. When it comes to interviewing, I don't think I'm that great. So, I mean, obviously I'm not an expert on anything, but I'll try my best. from what I can tell, the best thing to do is to shut up when you're interviewing someone. Just don't speak, and then let them do the talking, right? Which is kind of something that I'm not used to as well. So maybe, I mean, when I think of interviewing people, I just like talking to people, having a conversation. So I don't think it like, oh, I've got to interview a guy or anything like that. I see it as a conversation, and hopefully it can be a relaxed affair. And if I remember correctly, it's at 8 o'clock tonight. We could go about 2 hours. I don't want to keep him too long. Plus, I can't remember now, but I think he's 2 hours ahead or 2 hours behind. So if he's 2 hours ahead, we certainly can't keep him. We can't keep him too long, right? But yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to it. And if you go into the description, you'll find a link to it at the moment. Let me see if I can. What is Philip saying? I'm saying Philip. Simon, right? Simon says Israel News Live, latest episode with French Revolution title. Well worth checking. Are they having a revolution? Are they? What, another one? Again? I thought they had one with the yellow vest. Remember that? What happened to that? I don't know. People talk about France. Oh, look at France. We should do that. Is that the answer? I'm unsure. I mean, I don't think any of us know what the answer is, but France would appear to be in a bit of a bad way. Maybe they'll be the first to completely collapse. State collapse, economy collapse, ecological collapse, everything collapse, the whole bloody thing, like 9/11. But by accident, right? Not orchestrated. I kind of think if it is to collapse in France, we could see a domino effect. And if that is to be the case, we are going to be up shit's creek then. It's going to be mental, man. I don't think that's very, very close, but the way they do things at the moment, warp speed. But anyway, getting back to what I wanted to mention, yesterday I was in the garden. We're all over the joint, typically. I was in the garden yesterday, and honest to God, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, giant bloody huge noise. And I thought, what the heck? And of course, it was two jet aircraft tornado. Well, I think Typhoon RAF UK scrambled very low. In fact, I think my house even shook when they went by, and I thought, fucking hell. So I had a look yesterday, and there were quite a lot of activity, especially in Scotland. And today again, high activity, mainly on the northeast coast of Aberdeen. So basically, in exactly where all the oil rigs are, there's a lot going on. And even maybe we'll go to it right now and have a look. Can I share? Surely I can. I've got my mouse today. What do we need? I need to go to. You'd think I would know by now what I'm doing, right? But yeah, who am I kidding? If I put me there, and then I can share, I'll need to open it on the flight radar. Although just before I came on, I did hear an aircraft, fighter jet, But since then, it's been quiet. But at times, it can be like a war zone here. Just constant. Honest to God, I don't think people, unless you live near an RAF base, then you don't really know. But it kind of becomes a bit like second nature anyway. Let me see. Can I zoom in? Why is that not zoom in? Typical now. Typical now. We're going to go on. There's going to be nothing there, right? That would be live TV, right? I think there is still activity. So I'll show you just now what I'm talking about. I've still got the Superman theme tune. At least I think it is, right? Let me see. Present. So I'm looking forward to tonight with Mark. And maybe we can get him on again if it goes well, at least. Certainly looking forward to it. So we should be, let me check. We're good, we're sharing, right? This is pretty much my map of my world. I don't usually go any farther than what you see here, Scotland. That's pretty much it. And of course, I'm in Murrayshire, not Morayshire, Murrayshire. Don't ever get it wrong, right? Just don't annoy us. We're Pictish, don't forget that. Now here, I'm in Elgin, right? Little old Elgin. And you know what? I'm desperate to do a video on a castle not far from here. It's over here in a place called Brodie. And it was owned by the Knights Templar. So I'm itching to get to it. I only found out a week or so ago. It's about this area here, actually. I think. Brodie there. So it's round about here. Which is not far from little old Elgin. Still in Murray, of course. Probably about a half an hour drive, if that. Of course, Elgin has got the cathedral, ancient city. And it is a city, right? It's a small city, but it's got a cathedral. And what does cathedral mean? Does anybody know what cathedral means? Who was good at their history? Anybody? Although in saying that, it wasn't that long ago until I found out what it meant. It just means seat that you sit in, a chair. So it was like the chair of the highest bishop or priest or cardinal. I can't remember. So a wee bit of a history. Hey, forget Neil Oliver. You're getting the history. You're getting the history here, right? I mean, I kind of like Neil, but I also kind of don't. But I still watch his stuff. With interest, more than anything, curiosity. Similar to the guy John Campbell. I mean, how could anybody trust him now, right? But I watch with great interest, and I can see John suffering and knowing what he pushed now. And I've said it before, these people are going to find it really hard because it's all coming out. So they're beginning to see, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Yeah. A kind of guilt, I guess. And I'm sure someone predicted that as well. Even that's going to be a killer. And the world works in funny ways, right? When it comes to things like karma and revenge. I kind of believe that you get what you put out a lot of the time. But then again, I could be wrong. So I want to, in the future, look out for that, right? I think it's going to be an interesting video. And little did I know, the Knights Templar cutting about Murrayshire back in the day. So I'm going to be looking, I mean, yeah, it shouldn't surprise me, to be honest, but I'm going to be looking into it as soon as I get a chance. I'm hoping maybe next week. So look out for it. But jumping back to, look, speak of the devil, there's a typhoon there. Well, I think it might be I think it's a typhoon. Where's he going? He's coming back into land, I think, at Lossie. Maybe not. But where I stay is here in Elgin. The military base is in Lossiemouth. You're talking this area here. It's bigger than Lossie. It's gigantic. I was the only person in Murray who wanted it closed down. A few years ago, they were talking about closing it down. Complete nonsense. They were never going to close it. And I shocked pretty much everyone by saying, look, close it down. We don't want it. It's not ours. We don't have anything to do with it. And of course, what did people say? Oh, the economy, the local economy. Where was the local economy when they put us all into fucking lockdown? Nothing said then, right? Of course they should have got rid of the camp. They should have put it anywhere, I don't know, but not here. We don't want it. Who in the right mind would want it on their doorstep? Turn it into a fucking wildlife reservation. Get money from tourists that way. Sustainable. I don't even like using that word anymore. Ah, man. They hijacked sustainability. Of course they did. So the camp is gigantic and it's only getting bigger. They keep working on it. I worked on it myself in the past. Regrettably, I'll never work there again. I've spoke about it before. It's owned by the British government and Boeing are a big part of it as well. And I mentioned when I worked there, they had all the Boeing security searching and following people about. Seemingly it was due to they were seemingly worried that there could be people who they might install some kind of listening device. Them sneaky Russians, right? Working for some agency. Sure. Some agency in a labouring job. Right, okay. But you never know, I guess, right? I kind of get the feeling if we are to go to some form of world war, then the majority of the world is probably dead man fused. During peacetime, they would have been laying out the structure. So when it does kick off, bingo, we've already got it laid out. And going by the activity that we're seeing lately, and also what I've kind of mentioned in the past in regards to the possibility of an incident happening regarding the whole war scenario, I can only kind of again say I think something will happen. Now, the UK have put on the list in the top 5, but I don't think it's going to be the UK. But there is a lot going on. You can see they're in Murrayshire at the moment, the 2 typhoons, but they were out here earlier today, and I think maybe another Hercules aircraft. There was a lot going on. And of course, all the oil rigs and stuff like that is here. And in the past, I predicted, well, to an extent, predicted that if there is to be an incident, it'll be a power plant or one of these oil installations or a pipeline of some sort. And we did kind of see that with what do they call it again? I can't remember. but I think Ukraine done it. They came out and said Ukraine done it, or like a rogue supporter. I mean, yeah, how fitting, right? They're all rogue, of course. What's this here? I think it might be a surveillance craft. Maybe not. Private owner. What are they doing just now? He's been actually out here storing away. There has been in the past activity here. Of course, you've got the nuclear weapons here. I think maybe in this area. I mean, if if there was ever an incident there and it all went wrong, the whole of Scotland would be gone pretty much. Talk about a reset, right? Phew! I guess I won't feel very much if that's the case, but again, talking about the camp, how I don't like the military camp there. We don't want the nuclear weapons. I mean, who wants them? Nobody wants them. Oh, we'll put them in Glasgow. Yeah. I mean, what does that tell you, right? Britain, with all its empire, surely they would put it somewhere else. I don't know, fucking Africa. But no, it's in Scotland. High military presence in Scotland too. It's a bit like the England's military camp, Scotland, really. They use the mountains and the coastline as target practice. They've been doing that for years. What have we got down here? Is it more UK or is this the Belgian military? Hot Rod, I think that's UK. Or is it American? I can't remember. Maybe that's Italian, actually. Oh, what was the Hot Rods again? That's going to bloody annoy me. Canadian. I can hear an aircraft at the moment. Look at the size of that bloody Airbus. It looks like a dolphin, right? Like a flying dolphin. That's what I always think when I see that. A weird looking aeroplane. Why is this not working? It's being weird. I think there could be. I think at the moment we've got United Nations and American aircraft carriers. That's what that is. It's took off. I mean, it's not took off out of the water, right? It's landed and took off from an aircraft carrier. Now, they did do a big exercise involving the whole New World Order army, the whole lot. Seemingly it ended, but it didn't end. They're still there, clearly. Is that another Canadian hot rod? Yeah. So where are they? On the coast of Belgium? Netherlands? Where's he heading to? Germany? Denmark? Who was the country that joined NATO again? I think there's concern there. I think it might have been Denmark. I can't remember now. Sweden, maybe? We'll see what the most tracked is. We can probably go until about 3 o'clock, so no mad rush, right? At least not for me at the moment. what have we got in the UK here? Again, that would appear to be where the hot rods are taken off from. So I can guarantee we've got aircraft carriers here, possibly right around the UK for a potential attack. Well, I'm saying a attack, a potential incident, because it'll be anybody's guess who's behind it. I think it might have landed. But it's not uncommon to have activity, but you've got high activity on each sort of corner of the UK at the moment when it comes to military aircraft. Let's go back up. Ah, bugger. Up the road. To Elgin. Elgin. I think the Elgin in America, they call it Elgin, right? I don't know why that is, but it's not Elgin, it's Elgin. Trust the Yanks to change it. Oh no, we have to change it. We've got to make our own name, our own language. But yeah, they're unsure where Elgin, the word, originates from, which is interesting. There's like two different theories behind it. One of them being it means Little Ireland, like the country Ireland. And the other one, man, it's failing me now. I can't remember. I'd have to look into it again. But I remember reading it. It was quite interesting. They're not sure how it came about. I mean, Elgin, the town, it goes way, way back. Honestly, so far back. It's quite hard to comprehend. I think mainly due to the abundance of sort of wildlife, land for growing. It's perfect. The climate is great. And I think as well, if I remember rightly, this town here, Rothes, remember I mentioned before, someone said there's a guy who thinks the Rothschild family could be connected to this town. Now, there's a church, I only found out not long ago, there's a church there that I'm going to check out. And I think it was connected again to the Knights Templar. It's all very interesting stuff. So I'm hoping to get into that in the future. Maybe we can trace this Rothschild family. I mean, there's Rothes, but there's another place as well, Roth something, I can't remember exactly. But again, this is sort of information I'm hoping to compile and then put into a stream. Hopefully, right? So you can look out for that. Let me see. We'll check who is the. Why is it not working? We'll refresh it. Sometimes it's a bugger. Of course, they want you to sign up, right? You got timed out, but here, sign up for 20 quid a month. Right, sure. So I can look at planes once a week. Version, possibly. Is that when they show a red banner? I'm unsure. I'm hopeless when it comes to keys on maps or anything like that. Hopeless, man. I hated it at school. Which is, yeah, I like being outside and hill walking, but I do not like mountaineering or orienteering. Oh, man. No, just nah. It's not for me. Look, I'll just do it myself. I don't need a map. Typical male, right? Typical straight male. The rare straight male today. No, I don't need instructions. It's fine. I know in my mind what to do. 2 hours later, where's them instructions? It's all back to front, right? I made it, but it's all back to front. Is anybody? Only me? Oh well. Only me then. Maybe submarine hunting. What for the for the Titan? They're looking for the Titan. Of course, yeah, I know what you're talking about. They did mention before in the media Russian submarines in the UK. So I wouldn't rule that out. Is that the one that's being tracked? And where did it go? Why did it go off? I wasn't even looking. Is it this bloody? I mean, what is that? It looks like a drone, right? Or a glider. It's being tracked by 14, nearly 1,500 people. I wonder if it's maybe in trouble or a celebrity. Is it Germany? I don't even. Oh, yeah, it is right. Bremen, Hamburg. Das ist gut, yeah. So I don't know what the score is there. It's not often you would see a small craft like that being tracked by so many people. Interesting, we've got this going on while we've got these hot rods here. And I wonder. I wonder what that is. I kind of get the feeling it could be one of these spy drones. You know the drone I'm talking about? Hmm. Steve Cray doing a bit of plastering. Fantastic. I know who to call then, right? Cheers, Simon. Yeah, I like to try and make people comfortable if I'm talking to them. So if I can do that, I think just ask certain questions, keep my mouth closed, and let them do the talking, right? That's surely the best interviewing advice that you could give, going by what I can see. But I like talking to people, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Good to see Phil in the hood and Zoo Scott as well. Fantastic. Frank in the hood still. Good man. Good man, Steve. Hopefully we'll catch you tonight, right? Surely you won't be. You might have plastered yourself in. You'll be stuck. I shouldn't laugh. I wonder how John's getting on, right? I was thinking about John today. He's not been streaming or I've not heard. I might have to get in touch, but yeah, I hope he's all right. A bit concerning. But I hope he's doing well. And I hope we can hear from him soon. So, any ideas what's going on here? Can anyone Google what's going on in Germany? why is this drone being tracked? See, that's why I need a producer, someone that can check everything that I'm saying. Man, that might not be a good idea. I don't know. I'm unsure what to make of this one, to be fair. We might come back to it. The hot rod's being tracked. A lot of people are on this quite a lot. Obviously thinking similar to myself that something's going to go down, right? And I kind of feel that it's only a matter of time. I mean, I hate that feeling, but I always want to be open and honest with what I'm thinking. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? I'm not gonna dance around anything. And to be honest, if anybody's got anything to worry about, it's probably me, considering where I'm located, right next to this gigantic target. Um, it's a tough one to call. If we head into World War III, what's it going to be like? It's not going to be the trenches and stuff like that. It's going to be a different type of war, right? It's going to be it's going to be the 21st century war even. So what is it going to be like? I've seen this guy quite a lot, usually in the UK. It is a Royal Air Force craft, but he's not in the UK today. He's busy, all right though. And again, sort of Romania, Eastern Romania, and I'm pretty sure there's when I looked into it, there's a power plant here somewhere, I think, down here. I reckon it's a target. And I said that about maybe, I don't know, 4 months ago, 5 maybe, even. The activity in Romania is raising an eyebrow. They're not doing it for nothing, right? The question is why? And in my own conclusion, again, it's all speculation on my part, but it's the power plant in Romania that could go. And I think if there is to be a big event, it could then be jumped on by all kinds of fucking entities, which would then lead to a catalogue of events. And again, yeah, speculation on my part, and I hope to God I'm completely wrong. I mean, war is money to these entities. They love it. They're never affected by it. It's us that get affected. Shock horror. I'm unsure what sort of stuff Mark's done on the whole Russia situation, so I might ask him. It might be a bit off topic, so we'll see. I'll keep it to what Mark covers, and we'll get down to it. I'm looking forward to hearing from Mark. Let me show you now. Something else. Get Mark to talk about the Druids tonight. I'm sure I've heard him mention them as well. Is that in relation? Is it connected to the Knights Templar, or am I maybe I'm completely wrong? Or maybe it is. Templars scattered to Scotland, Portugal, Spain. Mercenary army for Robert the Bruce. Yeah, that's correct. Yep. In a castle here at Brodie. So I wonder what sort of influence they had with Robert the Bruce and the whole Jacobite situation. Find it all really interesting. Ask me tonight because I'll probably forget. You have to shout it out, right? In big capital letters. Well, you don't have to swear, but YouTube will probably remove it if you swear, to be honest. Although I do accept. See, it's a tough one as well because there's an option where you can prevent comments, inappropriate comments, but that includes spam. And no one wants fucking spam. But I don't mind to an extent what may be deemed an inappropriate comment by someone who is a Karen if you like. He said the word fuck. He said the word see. What? Catholic? Of course, no. He said the word cunt. And when the word, I mean, I don't say that often because I do try and watch my language, but I mean, that word and swearing is second nature to a lot of people in the UK, especially Scotland, man. And it can be used in so many ways. Oh, a bad cunt. Oh, a good cunt. Oh, he's a decent cunt. And of course, a cunt is a useful thing. Let's not forget that, right? I hope John's not listening. He'll be going off his head. He'll hate me now. So no one type in the word cunt. Because it does it. When I think back, my dad hated it as well. He used to be like, don't say that. And I remember saying it in front of a particular teacher who went off his rocker. And I was like, I said can't. I said can't. It wasn't cunt. I said can't, trying to get out of it, right? Typical. But he, honestly, the veins were popping out his head. Don't fucking say that. It's like, Jesus, man. It's only a word, right? I must have triggered the guy. But there you go. That was very long time ago. I want to show you. Now watch it, Toffee. I might have to put Toffee on a timeout. We'll have to keep an eye on him. We'll have to keep an eye on Toffee tonight in case he causes trouble. Them Liverpudlians, right? You've got to watch them. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff to do with secret societies is certainly a path we can go down. Mark said something that stands out in my mind always. He said, and I might be paraphrasing now, he said, they're bringing in communism, but under the guise of communitarianism. And I remember the first time I heard him say that, it was probably years ago. I kind of thought, what? I don't get it. I get it now. I get it now. 100%. I get it now. And he was right. And he's been saying it for years now. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great to get Mark on. I'm looking forward to it tonight. Let me show you quickly before we kind of wrap it up. We might go past 3 o'clock, actually. We'll see how it goes. We're still going. Yep. We're still in the hood. We're still live. Do you know this? I used to call my live streams live and not complying. Guess what? YouTube didn't like it. Nope, you're not allowed to say that. I mean, yeah. That probably tells you all you need to know, right? They don't want anyone not complying. You must comply. You must obey. Otherwise, oh, bugger. apologize. Guess who forgot to plug the charger in? It was Frank. Frank, how could you? Where's the professionalism, right? Yeah, the sound had gone because the laptop died. All of a sudden, the screen went bye-bye. And it's happened before. I thought I risked it a bit. I thought I'd have enough battery. But lesson learned. I should have plugged it in anyway. I sometimes think it can affect the sound if it's charging at the same time. So I tend not to. But hey, these things happen, right? Hopefully I won't be doing that tonight. I'll be making sure. Yeah, you don't want that happening when you're talking to someone, right? Poor Mark will be getting left in the dark. There you go, Mark. Take it away. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Mark can take over. And I'm looking forward to it tonight. Where was I going to go again? Can anyone remember? I think I was going to mention the geoengineering. And I mean, yeah. Oh, Carl was in the hood. Good to see Carl back again. We've talked about... Why is it not working? We have talked about geoengineering now on many occasions. And I think pretty much everyone knows where I stand on it. All out in the open, stratospheric aerosol injection is the perfect cover for the already committed crime, and it will be backed by the sheeple. They will hail it like God's gift. I shit you not. And I noticed this article came out, I think yesterday, not long ago, the 19th. And it says, Democrat lawmakers sour on geoengineering climate hinted at by White House. So the White House, obviously, we mentioned this before. The White House are seemingly quietly researching and looking into the possibility of carrying out stratospheric aerosol injection. What, chemtrails? Yes, chemtrails. Correct. What else could it be? There's nothing else to describe it. No other way to describe it. Even when they talk about geoengineering in the media, the photo they tend to use is a chemtrail. Oh, but it's not the same. It's two different things. It's going to be higher up in the sky. And by the way, on that, watch this space. Oh, it needs to be lower than previously thought. We need to take it lower than previously assumed. So forget all this talk of it's going to be up in the super duper duper troposphere sphere. Way out the way. You won't have to concern yourself with it. Forget it. You will. It'll be right above your fucking head. And of course, what goes up must come down. Hooray! How we showered the masses. In what exactly? Poison. Poison it would be. And again, there's no other way I can describe it. This is where we're at. Democratic lawmakers appeared to reject geoengineering to solve climate change, an idea floated by the White House. Now, when it comes to geoengineering, it is so fucking extreme in regards to what could potentially happen. No one in the right mind will touch it. No one. This is going to be picked up by the evilest fuckers out there, because no one with any, even a grain of morals about them, would not even take a second fucking look at it. But someone will. There will be someone that insane enough to take it on. Of course, with incentive, right? With incentive, which will probably be money. It is insane. In June, the White House released a report suggesting further study into the concept of solar radiation modification. A science fiction-like concept. Huh? That would use a variety of methods to block or limit the sun's rays from hitting the earth. The idea has been increasingly rejected by Democrat lawmakers. Good, but unfortunately, it ain't gonna go away because it's already fucking happening. Quote, why try a complicated and potentially dangerous solution when we have the obvious one right in front of us? Close quote. Sheldon from the TV show that I can't even remember. Sheldon from the White House, that was. So what's the answer then, Sheldon? Everyone stop living their lives? There is solutions, but it's not any you're going to hear on this fucking media. No way. No way. So even certain lawyers are against it. Like I said, this is so completely insane that everybody has got to be against it. Surely. Surely to fuck, man. Is it Republican? Republican Zoe Lofgren? Lofgren? We'll go with that. The top Democrat on the House Science, Space and Technology Committee. Wow. That would be fun, right? Expressed worry over the idea, warning of, quote, catastrophic, close quote, consequences if humans tried to tinker with the climate. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. So you would think, well, that's got to be it, right? It's over. We can't do it. It's crazy, insane. Think again. Think again. It's coming. Rapid. I give it probably about 10 months' time before it's rolled out. Because of, the weather! The fucking heat wave! It rained in Scotland! Yeah. And of course, when we do see abnormal weather, they blame it on climate change. Nothing to do with the spraying. Nothing to do with things that might include HARP. Oh no, they closed that down. Of course they did. Of course, yeah. Silly me. Of course, being stupid, right? So tonight, 8 o'clock, be there. Don't have me chasing you because I will be rounding everyone up, right? I'm sure everyone won't want to miss it, to be honest. I certainly won't be, and I look forward to it. Let me quickly show you the website. Now, if you've not been on it, then I don't know what to say. Honestly, where have you been? What have you been doing? Have you not been listening? So I'll take you to it because I maybe don't share it enough, to be fair. But it is kind of Well, it is still a work in progress, right? Which is my whole life in a nutshell. Ah. That'll be on my gravestone. A work in progress. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at, right? Because I can laugh at myself, I'm allowed to laugh at everyone else now. So it gives you cover, that, right? So I've worked on it a wee bit where I've set it up to be quite accessible, nothing complicated. This is the desktop version, obviously. I'm on the laptop. But I did work on the mobile phone outlay as well. So I'm hoping that's improved. I'm free. Well, I mean, I'm willing to listen to feedback. You can message. Can I show if you go there should be a message bubble there, look. And you can talk to me. Hooray! You fucking you can say whatever you want, right? Get your tinfoil hat on. To be honest, I've not had any abuse whatsoever. So maybe I shouldn't have said that, right? Oh yeah, you want a bet? Of course, you'd probably get blocked. I think it's got some kind of AI, again, spam detector, troublemaker detector. But people are free to hit me up. You should be able to message simple enough, to be fair. I'm pretty sure you can do it without logging in. This is the videos, all the latest videos from the backup channel and the original channel. This video, I'm unsure what to do. I might make a video on it. The Futurists, 1967. Scientists predict the 21st century, and it's funny, man. It is funny, honest to God. But it's on the website if you want to check it out. It's worth checking out. Quite strange and, yeah, intriguing. But I'm unsure what to do with it yet. I might break it down into a short video. So there is stuff on the website that's not on YouTube or YouTube, including that video, all the latest videos, some more videos that you won't find on the YouTube channel, like Beyond the Moon, worth checking out. The Sacrificed King, JFK, done by Bill Cooper, worth checking out. The Other Side of the Moon 2, worth checking out. And this one, definitely, I did make a wee video on it. The Science of Spying, Secrets of the CIA, 1965. And I mean, this is comical, right? Honest to God, have I got my headphones? Oh, I've not got them. Oh, there they are there. I'm not sure if you'll even get the audio. Let me see. It is so, excuse me, it's so comical. Watching it, it's so open and just like in your face with what they say in regards to how the CIA work. So I recommend people watch it. It's about an hour long. As my stomach grumbles, it must be getting close to dinner time, right? Let me see. Where's the audio? It's right up. They see me rolling. The CIA.
This is a Russian PT-76, the current Red Army amphibious tank. It is now the property of the United States. It was not given to us by the Russians, nor did we purchase it, nor did we capture it in battle. You could say that it was obtained, all 15 tons of it, through intelligence channels. Or you could say we stole it.
Right. So what is it then? Obtained? stole. Interesting that, right? The CIA with Russian military. Maybe they borrowed it, right? Yeah, you can have a shot. We're all in the same club here. So that one, yeah, definitely check it out if you've not watched it already. Again, you'll get all the videos and it's a slider kind of thing, at least on the desktop. Although you can't see the arrow by the looks of it. It should be there somewhere. I can't see it. I'm gonna have to change the color of it. Ah, maybe I can't. It would have to be red, I think. Should be a wee arrow there. But I can't bloody can see it. Ah, there it goes. Why is it gone? It was there. It was there and then it was gone. Maybe I'll change it from that, but I kind of like the layout. I did add a comment box as well, as you'll see. It's like Ghost Town, right? There's a tumbleweed there, look. Whoosh, whoosh. Tumbleweeds going by the screen. To be fair, it does get used quite a lot. I don't think by people that are subscribers, to be honest. I'm unsure. But it gets used a lot more now than it ever has done. Donations, I mean, it's kind of hopeless even mentioning it, to be honest. I know people have not got any money, so it's kind of pointless, to be fair. But you'll find everything there. All the links to whatever is connected to my content. And there is a group that you can join. I've kind of made it so it's private. It's free from any sort of advertisement or anything like that. So that there's nothing like adverts or any of that bullshit that comes along with a lot of this sort of stuff. You might have to sign up to join it, but as far as I'm aware, it's quite easy. Well, if I can do it, most people can do it. But you will, if you join the group, there is videos there again. And the full video, the full interview to Bill Cooper, Dimensions in Parapsychology, is in the group and you can watch it there. And it's one that I recommend, actually. Interesting sort of insight to Bill's life as well. How hard it was for him a lot of the time, hitting the drink as well. Affecting his family, his marriage. Kind of know the feeling, right? I know the feeling, but it's certainly worth checking out. The group, I'm unsure. How many members have we got? 41. I'm unsure at the moment whether I'm going to keep it or not, to be honest. At the moment, we're keeping the website anyway, right? So, I guess tonight, I better not sing. There's people don't like it as it is. So tonight at 8 o'clock, don't worry, I won't be singing. Tonight at 8 o'clock, I will be chatting to Mark Windows from Windows on the World. And it's going to be great, right? I'm saying that. I'm going with it. I'm sure it will be. And I think I know Toffee said he doesn't know Mark. I think it'll be great for people like Toffee and others to get a look at what Mark's got to say. And hopefully then they can go over and follow Mark with the continuation of the journey that he's on. So, remember and check out the website, right? Don't have me chasing you up, because I will. I will come knocking. I'll be at your window, right? So it's at 8 o'clock. The one after 7 and before 9. Okay, Simon? I did say 8 o'clock, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. He said 10. It's definitely 8 o'clock tonight. You've got me second guessing myself now. Right, Simon's getting a timeout. He's trouble. Causing trouble, right? Typical. So good to see Simon. I hope you're about tonight. and we can get a catch up. Frank as well, the information tank. Hopefully we'll see you tonight. Carl, great to see you back again. Amputate their hands, stupidity at its finest. Yeah, amputate their hands, even. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we can't underestimate stupidity today. Honest to God. For a long time, I kind of did underestimate it. And boy, oh boy, my eyes got opened to that. A lot of the time, we tend to think, nah, no one's that stupid, right? Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Just watch. Man. Yeah, it's and I think it again, that is something that seems to be increasing. The insanity of some people, the lengths they'll go to on TikTok, whatever it may be. Yeah, interesting times to be alive, right? Are we going to go with that? We'll end it on that. Yeah, it's interesting, all right. We've got to stay strong. We keep our head high, keep going. We don't bend, we don't break, and we do not live in fear. Not for one split second. Now, thanks again to everyone. Oh, Hasdak just made it. Just under the wire there. I was away to put the comments off. Well, not off, but out the way. We're just wrapping up. 8 o'clock tonight, right? Hasdak. You better be there. Oh, Joni as well. The beautiful Joni back again. Late. I'm probably going to have to give out press ups now, to be honest. 2 people coming in late. Shocking. Now, you could say that, though. You could say that, right? I was lurking. Yeah. We might need a doctor's note to prove to prove you were lurking, right? I think we could have to give out press ups to Joni and Hasdak. So that's the way of it, right? We've got to keep the bar high, right? Set our standards. You can't be late. If you are late, you pay the price. You get big arms for it. So everyone wins. So great to see Joni. Make sure you check out Joni's channel as well. She does great live streams and talks about stuff. Gets deep into stuff that a lot of people don't talk about. They won't go there. So check it out. Oh, we've got another claimer that they were lurking. JP. I'll take your word for it, right? I mean, what else can I do? It's a bit like NASA. Yeah, we went to the moon. Okay, NASA. We believe you. But yeah, I guess maybe you were. So I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and to Hasdak as well. But Joni, it's got to be press ups, I'm afraid. But being a female, a lady, a person with a vagina. Oh, you can't say that. I mean, what a world we're in today. People can't even define a woman. Man. I mean, that is mind-blowing, right? Absolutely mind-blowing, man. But when in the UK, well, any training that I've done, a lady does press-ups against the wall. So you don't have to get right down. You just go against the wall and do it. All right, for some, right? So you can do 50 of them, Joni, while we wrap it up. And like I said, 8 o'clock tonight, be there or be square. And you don't want to be square, right? Whatever that is. So I'll find a tune and then we'll call it a night. No, we won't actually. We'll call it an afternoon and then I'll be back again. I've got to go and take the dog out. Go to the shop, come back, sort out the dinner, and then I'll be getting prepared to talk to Mark at 8 o'clock, right? So the link is in the description. So there's your update. I'm live tonight on the original channel at 8 o'clock. Make sure you check it out. Not only that, make sure you check out the website. Okay? And it's been a pleasure. Let me see if I can find a tune. Like I said, do not live in fear. Don't buy it. Just don't. And keep your head high. And whatever you do, do not comply. And that is about it. Bye-bye.
Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
You really heard that,
the rain.
the rain.
Right.
Well, we haven't learned to control the weather yet, but that's something we can look forward to as tomorrow's challenge.
Right.
We haven't learned to control the weather yet, but that's something we can look forward to as tomorrow's challenge.
Right.
Tomorrow's challenge. Right.